All right, guys. Merry Christmas. Coming to you guys live from Toronto. It's not live. I'm live right now, but I'm not going to be live in the future. We've got the XM5s in today's episode. Now, I've had these since launch, and you guys know I was a huge fan of the XM3s and the XM4s. This time around, we have a complete new redesign, and we do also have a few changes when it comes to features and functionality, which we'll cover in today's episode. And we're going to see if they're actually worth their price point, or if you guys should go ahead and spend your money elsewhere. Now, I'm not going to lie, it's an absolutely beautiful city here, and I did enjoy testing these in colder climates with the active noise cancellation and call quality. But at the same time, I have to check out of my hotel room in about 20 minutes, and it is absolutely freezing here. So I might just fast forward and catch you guys in Miami because I can't stay here anymore. It's too cold. You guys see that? Sunshine. Much better. Now, design is the biggest change we see with this new variant. There's no doubt we have a new stealthy look to this headset. More streamlined than before with a dynamic design to help reduce wind noise. Now, as far as branding goes, you have your Sony logo on the hinges. That's pretty much it. You can still pick these up in black or beige for colorways, and its frame is made from a recycled plastic to make them much more eco-friendly. That goes for the case as well. Now, these come in at 8.8 ounces, which is a lot lighter than the XM4s, but they do fit snug in that case, which is a little bit larger than before. Now, the biggest takeaway for me with these over the XM4s is that these don't collapse on themselves. They only fold flat. So what's all this have to do for comfort? Well, since they are lighter, you won't notice them over your ears in those longer sessions, thanks to the hanger design, soft leather, and memory foam ear cups. Now, the ear cups do feel larger and softer than before, but they still fit snug, so you guys won't have to worry about too much noise bleeding when you are at max volume. At the same time, the composition of this new headset does tend to give off a bit more heat than before. That's all based on your scenario, obviously. You're going to experience more ear sweat here in Miami where it's hot versus somewhere like New York right now where it's freezing. I just feel like these give off a bit more heat than the XM4s did. Getting into controls, you have a ton of options, just like before, all which work really well. The right ear cup houses your touch features: play, pause, swipe up and down for volume control, skip forward and back, as well as answer, end, and reject phone calls. Meanwhile, your left ear cup has your physical buttons, all which allow you to cycle through noise canceling and ambient sound. Now, for ambient sound, you can control how much you'd like to hear in the headphones control app. In the app, you have all your useful features we've become used to over the years: EQ settings, active noise cancellation that adjusts to your specific surroundings, and 360 spatial audio. Now, at the same time, it still has that raise to disable feature where you can take your hand, put it over the right ear cup, and it turns off the active noise cancellation temporarily so you can hear your surroundings. Say if you need to hear an important announcement on your flights, or if you're walking by someone in the office and you strike up a conversation, you can go ahead, put your hand on the right ear cup, and hear your surroundings. As soon as you take your hand off, it goes right back to normal and the active noise cancellation kicks back on. Now, you can also connect two devices to this headset, which is a feature we first saw implemented with the XM4s last year. At the same time, the Sony Headphones app is by far the best app I've ever used when it comes to controlling your headset through a smartphone. I've been using it for years now without any issues really, and in my opinion, it works really well no matter what scenario you're in. Now, this headset has a total of 8 microphones along with active noise cancellation that works even better than before, which says a lot seeing how Sony's right up there with Bose when it comes to the best active noise cancellation in headsets nowadays. It works with Amazon Alexa and OK Google for your voice assistants, which also sets them apart seeing how easy they are to use. OK Google and full wake-up word detection is implemented very well, which also puts them far ahead of the competition. But how do they sound? The XM5s are equipped with mica reinforced cellular full-range dynamic drivers to deliver amazing sound, which you wouldn't expect seeing how they're only 30mm drivers, smaller than what we saw with the XM4s. But don't be fooled, they still sound amazing. Most of my testing was done using my iPhone 14 Pro and my M1 Max 16-inch MacBook Pro for editing. I used them with a ton of streaming services: Tidal, Pandora, and Spotify to name a few. Throughout my testing, the listening experience was greeted with a ton of detail and texture, along with bass, thanks to the preset I've chosen since I am a bass junkie. You guys know this. Frequencies from the bottom to the top were even and smooth. With the volume cranked to the max, the headset kept its quality in terms of bass and high treble sounds, which coupled with ANC to deliver a pleasant experience no matter what environment that you're in. Which, speaking of ANC, the active noise cancellation, like I mentioned before, is even better than what we saw with the XM4s, which puts them right up there at the top with Bose when it comes to industry-leading active noise cancellation in headsets at this premium price point. If anything, this time around the headset virtually eliminates all background noise, especially when you're above half volume. Now, battery life is still amazing. 30 hours on a full charge with ANC on, and up to 40 hours of battery life with it turned off. They go from 0 to 100 in terms of charge in just over 3 hours, and still provide an hour of listening time in just 10 minutes for a quick charge functionality feature. Now, that is through USB-C. However, unlike the XM4s, this new model also sports USB power delivery, which, when charged this way, gives you 3 hours of listening time in just 3 minutes, which is a huge leap forward when it comes to quick charge capabilities. Next up, we have call quality and connectivity, which is something I feel like all headsets have struggled with that I've checked out over the past few years. It's actually decent this time around. Those 8 microphones really kick things into high gear. Paired with ANC, the wind noise is kept to a minimum on both ends of the conversation. Much better than before. For connectivity, you get Bluetooth 5.2, which is compatible with a ton of different codecs, SBC, AAC, and LDAC to name a few, all which deliver the high-res content in a respectable manner that you might be looking for in a new headset. Now, I should also mention that, say you're in a pinch and the battery does die, you can still go ahead and use this headset as a wired connection thanks to the 3.5mm jack that's on a headset, along with the 3.5mm cable that's provided in the case itself. All in all, the expectations have been met with this new model from Sony. Sound quality and ANC is amazing, and thanks to improvements with call quality, this makes it a great buy in my opinion. Now, if you are someone that's coming from the XM4s like me, I would not upgrade to this headset. For me personally, I feel like the design was way better with the XM4s, and they're also much cheaper, under $300 if you can find them on deal. At the same time, if you are someone who's even just getting into the headset space, I would still recommend the XM4s for you guys, unless maybe you found these on deal, which I could see happening very soon if it hasn't happened already. But I'm curious to know what you guys think. Let me know down below where you'll also find the links to everything that we covered in today's episode. If you want to see more, make sure you follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Detroit Fury. And if you enjoyed this content, please make sure you smash that like button for me, subscribe, turn on your post notifications. It really means a lot to me. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys on my next episode. Peace.
Found the one in my life that I wanna be with. No more seeking. I'm sure I'll always choose you first. You're my baby. It's true. You're so damn